it's good to have you here. I've got this is kind of something I've recently started. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. We're not going to muck around. We're just going to start. Like, it's going, right? We're on. But yeah, this is something I wanted to do for a while because we come in, we zoom in, we play a show, we zoom out. And that's all people know, right? And so I wanted to have a podcast where we hung out and people got to see us hanging out and they heard your stories. They, got to know you a little bit more. And it felt like, and this is why when you asked me, could you send me a list of interview questions? I was like, nah, because I don't want people to know more things about you. I want people to feel like they're hanging out with you. You know what I mean? So that was that was kind of the idea behind it. So first things first. Yep.
I've been asked things before that I was not ready for, and I'm not very good with impromptu questions, which is why I asked for. But this is better.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm not going to ask anything inappropriate. Certain things are none of my business. You know what I mean?
No. There was a question of when was the moment that I knew I wanted to be a singer?
Oh, come on. That's so such an arbitrary question.
Know. And they ask everyone on the show that, and I wasn't ready for it. And it's hard to pinpoint an exact moment because if you're singing, you've kind of been singing your whole life.
Life happens to you, right? Things God, it's like, what made you want to be a father? I don't know. It kind of happened. Things happen. And
Exactly.
And then you're in it. It's like you don't choose. I think we all imagine this story. When I was 9 years old, the heavens split.
Yeah.
No, it's not real.
Not really.
But I do want to know one thing. How did you discover SL, and where were you before SL? So I want to know where was Sara before she knew about the Gride? What was she doing with her music? And then how did she find out about this hidden secret called the SL live music scene?
Actually, I was in a band. I was going to school at Westchester, and the sociology professor there, he assigned us to create Second Life avatars. He showed us the advertisement for Second Life. and he told us to make this. And so it was my dissertation.
Oh, wow.
For that year in college. I came here, I studied all of the strange culture here.
Sorry, what were you studying in uni?
Music education.
Right.
To be a music teacher. And
really?
I was in a band with another girl, so it was at the time of MySpace. So we were doing a lot of MySpace advertising and stuff.
You old.
I am old. It's true.
Yeah,
I'm halfway done with life. Yeah. I'm half finished with this.
On the slope down. We're on the way down. Yeah.
I am. I'm sure of it now.
That's crazy that a professor clued you into it. That's crazy.
Yeah, he gave it as an option as our final project, and that was what I chose, and I just kind of got addicted to it at the time.
Your room is so much better than mine. Holy shit. I've got nicotine stained walls and a bunch of bullshit on the floor and living
That's because you can't see all the chaos on the other side of this.
She's got all these instruments and shit. It's crazy.
Most of these I found at yard sales for $10, and they just sound like they're $10 instruments.
Stick them on the wall. Yeah.
That's what they're good for.
That's cool.
Just art.
Yeah, I think SL is the best kept secret in the music industry in general. Can you imagine for a second, mentally, if the world at large really knew about what the live music scene is here, we would be inundated with 100,000 hungry musicians overnight.
Oh my God. I try to explain to people what I do.
Same. They don't get it. They're okay, bro.
They're like, what do you mean you sing in a game?
Yeah, okay, bro. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. They don't.
No, they try to wrap their head around it, and they're so you stream gaming on Twitch, and I'm like, not really.
Not really. No,
that's not it.
I mean, some of us do. I mean, I know a few artists who do the Twitch thing.
Yeah, I do gaming, but I don't stream it, and I think it's harder to make money doing that than doing what we're doing.
It's not harder. It's less guaranteed. That's what I would say. So the
People
thing
don't
is,
automatically give you money for watching you play a game.
the roof
That
in
takes
Twitch is a
time.
lot higher, right? So in Twitch, the roof where you can go is a lot higher. You can have thousands of viewers, and make exorbitant amounts. However, with SL, it's guaranteed. If you're a bloke off the street who has no fan base, I can get you a gig in 10 minutes at Cafe Musique, and you can make $6 instantly.
Ah,
Right?
yeah.
It's real. It's instant. It's guaranteed. It's regular. It's like, it's a sure thing. It's reliable.
Yeah. It is very reliable. You
Yeah.
may not make a lot, but you're going to make something.
Well,
Someone will give you
and
some
that
money
depends on who
for
you
what
are
you're
too.
doing.
I guess like for people like us, we've been doing it for years, right? And some of us, we have regular shows. Some of us do 3 shows a day, and so I would call them working SL musicians, as opposed to, I know some people who they have a real life job, they're very comfortable, and then they dabble every Saturday night. They might do a show here and there. They're very good, but their job isn't music. They're doing it more
Yeah.
as an expression, more of a creative outlet. Whereas some people like Max, however, opposite. Max,
Max Clean.
this
Yeah.
is what he does. This is where he is. This is how he makes his money. You know, but to do that, you have to be, one, good, and you have to be, two, playing at least twice
You
a
have to
day.
play a lot of shows a day.
At least twice a day, I'd say.
I don't have the energy for that.
It's a lot of energy. Takes a lot of energy. Yeah. It
Well,
does.
and I have to fix my hair and all this
Yeah.
other shit. This is a lot. Am I allowed to say shit on your podcast?
You can say fuck, shit, bugger, mum, bitch, whatever you want, man. We
Uh,
got no rules here, right? Chaos reigns, and I am
no.
its prince, right?
Oh God.
But you said something a minute ago. I want to focus on. You said fix your hair, and I want to talk about that because that's why I wanted to have you on. You've got such a unique gimmick, and I want to know why. Like, why? So for those of you who don't know, you're thinking, who is this bitch? Right? She's basically, what she does is what she wears in SL, she wears in real life. Same outfit, Avi, real life person. Then she'll
Try.
stream in world, and then she'll have the footage of her in real world, same outfit, same setup, same look, everything, and she'll have those both like going. You know what I mean? So yeah, what's with that? How did you come up with that? Why are you doing it? What do you think the benefits are? Just tell us all about it.
I think I'm delusional and crazy.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I think I enjoy dressing up more than
I was gonna
actually
say that.
playing music.
I was gonna say that it must be like a
God.
dress up
It is.
thing.
I
Like,
love playing dress up, but also deeply fundamental. When I first came into Second Life, I wasn't on Sara Marie Phily. I was
Yeah.
on an avatar that was tall and thin and beautiful,
Right.
and I was 100 pounds heavier than I am now.
right.
In
Okay.
real life, I was very heavy,
Right.
and I used Second Life to sort of play out what my life would be like if I were thin, and what I envisioned as beautiful, and I became more detached from my
Yeah,
real life.
okay.
Then maybe 2 years in was the first time I got invited to a music performance. I'm like, I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized, oh, people may look into my real life and see that I'm not this. So I created Sara Marie Phily. She was a lot heavier. I mean, she was me.
Right.
And I found that going through that, of like making my avatar actually look like myself,
Yeah.
actually showing people photos of who I really am and having them accept me,
Yes.
was
Mm-hmm.
so validating that I was able to get off the computer sometimes and go out into real life as a
Yeah.
large woman and live my
Mhm.
life and go perform places. I didn't want to go and perform in front of people because I was heavy. And then Second Life gave me that courage
Wow.
to do that.
Yeah. Wow.
So I've always had this. I look back at this picture that I have from when I first started, that's like 14 years ago, where it's my fat face with my sunglasses and my avatar's fat
Yeah.
face with her sunglasses. And
Yeah.
that was my advertisement then. I
Yeah.
just found this like this week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I guess I've always
Yeah.
wanted to make that connection.
Mm.
And now I feel as if
Yeah.
I know people want to do something fun and be someone different,
Yep.
and that's totally cool. But I also want them to know that whoever they are in real life, that we would accept that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Big girls are
I
beautiful, by the way. Those listening in, big girls are beautiful. If you don't think you're beautiful, you're wrong. You're probably retarded. So don't be retarded. Um, Big girls are beautiful. You know, let me tell you something. It's interesting. I was watching this.
Oh,
I was watching this documentary about untouched villages, like villages that have no communication with the outside world. They've been cut off. They're still in the Neolithic, and they're hunter-gatherer societies. And all the men are quite thin, as you can imagine, because there's a lot of cardio involved in that kind of
yeah.
lifestyle. But the thing is all the women over the age of about 27 were large. Now you'd think
Oh,
you'd now
was this an African village?
I think it was. I think it was an African village, and the issue was the
Is it a
documentarian. Well,
nutritional study?
no, it wasn't. It was just documenting like how they live. You know, like just basically like filming like their lifestyle, I guess. But one of the things I noticed was that these women, they're in a hunter-gatherer society, so you'd think. I think it's the most natural thing in the world as a female to put on weight. I think the abnormal, unnatural thing is to be a CrossFit body. I think it's unnatural and abnormal to be thin for long
There is
periods
a
of
point
time.
where if a woman loses enough body fat, then her hormones become such that she can't support life. And that's really what we are
Yeah,
made for, is
yeah.
growing a seed. That said, I'm also very active in the health community now,
Really?
and
Oh,
I am.
you'd hate my lifestyle. I live like a degenerate.
No, it's okay. It's all
I'm
right.
sitting here with a
Uh,
cigarette in my hand. I've got Coke and coffee, and
I
bloody,
know.
I'm
I've
an
seen your
animal.
videos.
You
I
see,
know. I
I'm an
know.
animal. Yeah.
I've seen your video. There's one video where you're playing guitar and you're smoking a cigarette, and I think you grabbed an inhaler. I don't know if you're
Yeah, yeah,
vaping
yeah.
or
I'm trying not to
if
die.
you
I'm trying to balance
had
it all. I'm,
you're smoking and using
yeah,
an inhaler.
yeah. Because I got emphysema and I'm trying not to die, and I will honest. You know, it's complicated, but yeah, no, I don't really care about that stuff.
But
The
you're
way
living life to the fullest. But those women that are not interested in having children, that want to be bodybuilders, that's fine.
that's
But I
fine
do
too.
think that the
That's
natural
fine.
state of a woman is to have some fat on our bodies
Yeah.
in case we need to support a pregnancy and we do go through a famine.
But also
Um,
cuddles, like how? Listen, blokes, you know what I'm talking about. How good is your woman if she's a bit of a chunky monkey? How good? Listen, how good is she to cuddle, mate? You know what I'm saying, right? You ever tried to cuddle a skinny girl? It's not the same thing, you know.
mm,
It
I
ain't.
will say, when I was heavier, my face looked a bit younger, but also my left foot hurt every time I
Yeah,
stepped. So I wasn't really able to be as active as I wanted.
yeah. Well,
So I'm
I mean that's the thing, right? Like, so with everything, there's moderation. I mean, I guess if you're like 400 pounds, it's
I
not that
was
you're not
264 pounds.
okay. Well, it's not that you're not beautiful at 400. It's more of a question of you may need to
Can you walk?
consider, yeah, you may
Yeah.
need to consider medical things at that point, you know, like, is your heart okay? Things like that. But some people,
Yeah.
some people it's out of their control. Like they've got medical issues that,
I think most people have medical issues
yeah,
that have severe weight problems,
yep,
at least medical issues that make them really hungry.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That could be a very, very long discussion because I
Depression. I know personally girls who really struggle with self-image and depression, and where they turn to when they don't feel like they want to get out of bed is they turn to food.
yes, but
Yeah.
the weird thing is that Ozempic even works on those women because it turns off the ghrelin that your body's making saying I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
Well.
So there's depression, but also it's suppressing hormones that would tell you you're full. So when you get I'm not on Ozempic. I actually 3 years ago had the gastric sleeve surgery, which
Oh
is a
wow.
weight loss
Yeah. Yeah.
surgery.
I'm aware of that. I've had a
Um,
friend with that. What's ghrelin? That word you said. What? Tell
Ghrelin is a hormone that your body puts out to tell you that you're hungry.
we're about to get
And
educated,
leptin
everybody.
is the opposite. So ghrelin tells you you're hungry, leptin tells you you're full. So
Right.
Ozempic is leptin pretty
Right.
much. It's an artificial form of leptin which says I'm full. So
Right.
when you inject yourself with this, you just don't eat as much, which is
Right.
great, except that women are when they are eating, they're not choosing healthy food, so they're becoming nutritionally deficient. uh, I think that because of Ozempic, in 20, 30 years time, we're going to see the incidence of osteoporosis go up, things like that.
Who knew Sarah was so
Um,
smart, everybody? Like, who knew she's like a low-key I feel like this is an expert on CNN who's come on for an interview with Don Lemon. I don't... This is cool. It's good. It's impressive, you know?
Thank you.
I think this stuff matters. Maybe we need more
You
education
may
on
be
health.
surprised. Fat girls a lot of times know a lot about nutrition
Yeah?
because they've
Can we
been
say...
trying
Yeah.
to learn how to lose weight.
Can
for
we
so
say
long.
fat now? I don't know if we can say fat girls. I think that's outlawed now.
I'm too small now
Larger.
to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we could say it. I think it's offensive. We'll say
I
larger.
feel like
Those
I'm
with
size
larger,
12.
yeah.
If I get up to 16 again, can I say fat again?
See, for me personally, my ideal, not that it matters what I think, girls, it doesn't matter what I think, but for me personally, 16 is just the perfect size. Like, 16
Yeah.
is like, yeah, it's just the best. It's like, you know,
Because she can shop in the plus section and the Mrs.
well, it's just more comfy, you know? Like, I won't go into details, but
Yeah.
it's a more comfortable person to be around, I think.
I think it also
16.
depends how tall the woman is. Like
Yeah,
a
true.
size 16 for someone who's very short could be very unhealthy. Whereas a
Yeah,
16 for
true,
someone who's really
true.
tall, like that's a trim 16. That's a trim
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that makes sense because it
Yeah.
does kind of adjust, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a 12 now, but
Yep.
that's still between a large, extra large in a lot of clothes.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So I notice, I don't know if you guys have been to her shows or not, but she basically is a goofball. She, so like I can't imagine a world in which she like leans close to the mic and is like, I wrote this song about a hard time in my life, you know, and plays this emotional tapestry of music. Like all her songs are basically, you know, jokes and
No,
her making.
I've got a lot of serious ones.
Do ya? Every time I've
I
been to your
do.
shows, it's like,
Like singing about penises.
yeah. People say my shows are funny, and I think your shows are funnier than my shows. I think
the
you're
thing
hilarious.
is, when I see you show up, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sing a funny song because Samuel's here,
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah,
and then I can't do just one.
yeah. You know why I do that though? Like, so here's my thing. When I first started in SL, I wanted to show people my art. I was like the tortured artist who wanted to like sing in the rain, you know, to the backdrop of a broken city, you know. And I did that, and I played people my songs, and I was real kind of calm, and I told people my stories and shared my pain, and 4 people would turn up. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
something's wrong here. And then I changed to this, and one of the things I realized was that I'm a entertainer first, artist second, which is what I didn't realize when I first started. I was trying to be an artist and not entertaining people. Then what I decided to do, I decided to take my Australianness, my Australian personality, and just crank it up to 11. Oh yeah, fucking here you go, mate. Yeah, mate. Just jack it up to 11, and then
No, there was a show that I went to at the end when you really sunk into that I've been smoking voice.
Yeah.
I think all the ladies ovulated that.
Yeah. And I just lean into it, and I act like basically a larrikin, like a lovable larrikin. And what I noticed is my audience grew by like 5-6 times. And it's because I was entertaining them and not trying to like show my art, I guess. And I think that's what I get from your sets too, like an entertainment, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Last week I got to be a pirate, and I decided that because I was a pirate, I should drink during that show.
That's, well, probably not
So-
the greatest idea. I mean, did it go
I
well?
was drunk for 2 shows. It went hilariously.
Did it?
One of the first show was not great, and it wasn't because I was drunk. It was actually because I had scanned in all of these sea shanties into my
Right.
iPad,
Okay.
and they were written really lightly, and it was hard for me to see.
Right.
So I fixed the sheet music issue for the second show, and I decided every time I make a mistake, I'm gonna have a drink.
Wow. You read sheet music. That's crazy. I don't...
I do. Sometimes it's lead sheets, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's just lyrics with chords. And
That
a lot of
shit
times
might
it's
as well be
sheet
cuneiform
music.
for me. That might as well be fucking ancient Fucking Paleo Hebrew for me. I can't understand any of that stuff. You write a G above the one sentence and I'm good. That's I'm good to go after that. I don't understand any music theory at all. I'm self-taught. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
No, it's not great. What are you talking about?
I mean, I wouldn't have known listening
Yeah?
to you play. I wouldn't have been like, oh, you can't read music.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was listening to your recordings of you streaming, and I was like, he's actually playing guitar live,
Yeah. Why
and
wouldn't
that
I?
mattered to me.
Yeah?
I like that. No, because there's a lot of musicians in Second Life that are going up there holding an instrument and they're playing a recording from YouTube that I can find in 20 seconds
Yeah.
and singing along with it, which
Yeah, true.
is its own illusion. But then when you talk to people in the audience, they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, he's playing," and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk crap about him, but in my own head, there's several people that are not very nice.
Yeah, I mean, the thing for me is sometimes we can appear authentic, but it's actually like just an appearance. I'll give you an example. Like, it seems like I'm really playing the instrument and it's so authentic and it's all him. And the truth is that I'd love to use backing tracks. The reason why is because it would mean I could do more songs because my fingers bleed at the end of the day. And so every time I try to sing the backing tracks, I can't sing at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
weird.
it's because I played guitar first, and I taught myself to sing while playing the guitar. And so now when I get rid of the guitar, fucking tone deaf, dude. Cannot sing. I know.
You
And
can't find your starting pitch.
I can't, and I have no timing. My inner tempo's gone. Like, I'll play the backing track and
timing
I don't know where
thing.
to start. It's
The
just
timing thing is a big deal.
I
Because when I'm playing
need.
piano, I can slow things down,
Yeah.
speed them up as much as I want.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm singing opera, I want to honor the original composer and really give my all to the singing part.
Yeah.
So I do sing with an accompaniment, but I get off the piano in Second Life. I tell people I'm singing with it's a whole orchestra. They can
Yeah.
tell. They can
Yeah.
see me on the screen just singing.
Yeah.
But no, I sing to accompaniment sometimes. But yeah,
I think
the
it's amazing.
tempo thing is
Well, my partner
deal.
said to me, she's a singer, beautiful singer, and she wants to perform in SL, which I think's great. And she's like, I really want to perform in SL. So I'm like encouraging her, like, hell yeah, let's get you into it. And she said to me, I want to learn to play guitar and I'll do what you do. I'll play guitar. And I was like, first of all, that's not how that works. It takes you like 10 years to
takes me a long
get,
time.
yeah, like you're not going to just, pick up the guitar. That's not how that works. Maybe 6 years from now, if you play every day, maybe, right?
Actually, no, you can. You just can only sing the songs that have 3 chords.
Yeah, but it's all about, no, there's no way. And then I said to her, look, you're going to have to use backing tracks, obviously, And she's like, I don't want to use backing tracks. And she gave me this whole spiel about, I'm throwing her under the bus here, but, YOLO. And she gave me this whole spiel about how it's inauthentic. She doesn't want to use backing. And I was like, how is that logical?
Not inauthentic.
This is what I said to her. I said, think about it. Ariana Grande, does she play a guitar? No. She's fucking Ariana Grande. What are you talking about? Like Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, like Adele. Like, what are you saying? Like, how so Ed Sheeran plays guitar. Who cares? He doesn't need to. He only does that because he's been doing it for so long. It's kind of his thing, But
Does she think that just singing is not enough? Or does she like the idea of organic creation rather than something
Yeah.
recorded?
I think
Which
what's
one
happening.
is-
I think it's a false romanticization of the cafe musician. That's what I think it is.
Okay.
I think there's this false thing that we do sometimes where we romanticize this kind of solo player in the corner of a dinky cafe playing his acoustic guitar, and we don't appreciate the talent that's required to be that big opera stage singer. It's like, that's not real. Like, let me tell you something categorically for anyone listening to this. Categorically, the female singers I just mentioned, the Beyoncés of the world, the Ariana Grandes of the world, they can sing better than me. Like, full stop. Like, there's no There's no contest here, right? Like, so I can play pretty chords all day long, and I can fiddle around with the G chord and the D chord, but it doesn't matter because those pipes are a miracle that they exist. It's a miracle that Beyonce can sing that way. It's a miracle that Ariana can sing that way. And so really, let's get away from this idea that, oh, it's more authentic to do what Max does than to do what someone with a backing track does. That's not the right way to think about music, you know? I think so anyway. So
I agree with that.
lecture
I also
people.
I don't have anything against singers that just are singers. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a vocalist first.
Yeah.
The instruments I just use to accompany that. I gave up all of my I put all of my points into charisma. My
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
character
yeah,
has
yeah.
has no other skills, okay?
Yeah,
But all of the women that I idolize are singers.
yeah.
They're not instrumentalists. And I see no shame in being just singing to backing tracks on Second Life. My problem is when they want to hold an instrument that they're not really playing, because then
That's a
I have
little
to go
weird.
up on stage after them with an actual instrument that makes actual mistakes.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, Sarah's not as good because she didn't play as
Yeah.
perfectly." And it's like, no. Sarah didn't pre-record her shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, let me tell you something. Some people have been caught doing that. Listen, I won't
Are
name
they?
names. I won't be naming names.
Really? I'm
But
so excited.
there have been a number of people who have had pre-recorded sets that have just clicked play.
Is it
at-
because they were sick?
No, there have been people that have been caught, and it's their whole thing. Like every show, and some of them recently, it's been
That's
AI.
really bad.
Listen, I won't.
AI.
Listen, guys, I won't tell you who. But I went to a show the other day, and there was this new singer performing. I won't tell you who. But straight up, like he'd talk, and it was like a $20 microphone, and then he'd go into a song, and it was Suno. It was Suno. Yeah, it was 100% Suno. Is what
You know,
is what
I
that
have
was.
detected things like that when I'm listening during shows. I'm like, there's no extra plucking on the instruments. There's no.
It's all perfect.
Also, I'm hearing 4 guitars, and
Yeah.
I could find the recording on YouTube really quickly.
Yep.
And
But people catch on.
I've been performing for 15 years, and there was only
Yeah.
one song I ever played, a recorded song, and I told people I'm going to play this recording of me doing a duet with another person while I go and like throw up in the other room.
Yeah.
Like I took a break for 4 minutes to go barf because I was sick.
Really, 15
and then
years.
I came back.
The earliest
15
I could
years, it
find
only
of
happened
you.
one time.
I think the earliest thing I could find of you was 2014. I found what was the song called?
Was it Over the Rainbow?
No.
No One from Alicia Keys?
No, I'm pretty sure it was your Reverb Nation, and I'm pretty sure it was an original.
It may have been. I haven't visited my Reverb Nation in such a long, or my SoundCloud.
What was it? Let me check
I
it.
have-
Let me bring it up.
I'm looking at it now. I'm curious.
I'm going to
Log
bring it up.
in.
You know what? I'm going to put her on blast, everybody. I'm going to put it on screen is what I'm going to do.
Oh no! I hope it's
How
not
about-
awful. I forgot my password. I don't know how to get in.
Oh, no. Yeah. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, forgot password.
Yeah, Reverb Nation. I won't use the full name because it uses some of your real life information.
That's okay. Oh, does that have my
Okay.
address? Don't give people that.
No.
They don't need that.
Yeah, they don't need that. So
Some of them already have it.
I don't know if they can. I don't know if people can see this, but let me try and bring it up here. This is babyface Sarah. Everybody, look how young she looks. But the song was Philadephia.
Oh, that's an original. It's actually
Yes, it was an original.
That's not one of my first songs, actually.
Isn't it?
That's no.
Yeah, that's as deep as I could go back. Yeah,
Ah.
I wanted some
Terrence was playing
curveballs.
drums on that.
Yeah,
Terrence played drums, and he played that bass behind me.
yeah.
He,
Okay.
He passed when he was, I think, 32 during a show.
Wow.
He was an amazing drummer.
Wait, he
amazing
passed.
pianist.
Wait, he passed during a show.
Yeah, I had a cardiac event during a show.
Wow. That's intense. Plus, I mean, he went out doing what he loved, though. I mean, how many people can say that? You know? Like it happened while he was performing,
Yeah.
entertaining people. You know?
I have a hard time believing still. It's been 10 years and I still have a hard time believing that he's passed.
What was his name? Sorry.
Terrence Gaines.
Well, shout out to Terrence Gaines, wherever you are
Yeah.
in the mythos of the universe, and rest in peace, brother.
He played the drums on that song, and
Yeah,
he
nice.
helped. I wrote it originally, and he said it sounded like I wasn't from Philadelphia,
Yeah.
and I said, "Well, I'm not." And he said, you got to change these up and make it more Philadelphia."
Yeah. Look
So
at-
I did a lot of editing to the original lyrics, and
Mm-hmm.
this is what
Yeah. Okay.
was made of it.
Mm-hmm. I've lost some friends along the way. Some of them are musicians. I think it's a special kind of gratefulness that people like you and me need to have surrounding what we get to do.
Yeah,
I think
feel incredibly blessed that I get any money at all for this.
yeah, yeah.
Like I feel blessed.
Like, I don't know, but I'm shocked every day when I log on and play a show and there's like anybody there. Like, I'm just blown away every time. Like, there's some people, because to me it's like their thought patterns is like, I don't know what to do today. I might go see Sam. Like, the fact that that's a sentence in their brain, like,
Yeah.
boggles my imagination. You know, I can't imagine it. You know, and I feel like
I have friends that send me messages and say, "Oh, when are you singing next?" And I'm like,
why do you give a shit?
I'm like, I wouldn't come and hear me.
No, man. This dickhead, he tells the same jokes every set. It's getting annoying.
I do. I'm like, what time is it where you are? I'm gonna narrow it down to a time zone, and then I'll find you. It's
Yep.
only a matter of time.
Oh, wow. Get out. The podcast is over. We're shutting it down. I'm not having none of that
That's my-
crap. That's bad.
That's my bad joke every show.
Yeah. Do you have a catchphrase? I have a catchphrase at the end of my shows. I say, look after yourself, but more importantly, look after each other. And until next time, bye.
I actually have a song that I play.
You
at
do?
the
You
end
play
of
the-
every show.
the-
It's an original I wrote. It's "May you have safe travels wherever you go.
Nice.
Know that I am thankful you came to my show. Wherever life leads you, may music follow. Thank
Oh,
you."
that's
It's
sweet.
a short
That's sweet.
song. If I see there's only a little bit of time, sometimes I'll only throw in like the first verse or
Yeah.
only the chorus. But if I see I've got the full like 2 minutes, then I'll do
Yeah.
the whole song.
Yeah, okay. That's
But
cool.
I've also got Facebook live streaming at the same time. So I'm
do.
usually dropping it like it's hot on the Shoutcast.
Yep.
And then I go and say another goodbye to the Facebook people.
So you have like an extended stream for only the Facebook people?
Yeah, I mean, Facebook Live is on its own. I'm not using OBS, which
Right.
would handle all of it, but I probably should be.
Right. Well, I mean, it depends if you're multi-streaming.
It's
If
not
you're
really
only
extended.
yeah, if you're only going
it's
to
a-
Facebook, then you don't need OBS.
It's only just a few seconds of "I will find you," and when I do,
That's not
I will
creepy at
cl-
all. That's
No.
perfectly normal. Yeah.
I got a particular fan base that is into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I love my fans, to be honest with you. I mean, we're about to get real. Let's get emotional. Maybe let's get some serious things
Yeah.
said right now. Here we go. In real life, I'm nobody. I'm a ghost. I'm a shadow, right? Like I walk through the world, and I might as well not exist, right? Like I'm just an opaque reflection of nothing, right?
Oh,
But yeah, boohoo,
Okay,
fucking
go
a bag of
on.
chips. Who gives a shit?
I doubt that's true, but go on.
I'm really not like I haven't spoken to another human in 2 months. I don't.
What about your girlfriend? Are you just not talking to people?
Yeah, well, she's a part of this world, right? Like so in SL though, I'm somebody. You know, like in SL, I'm Samuel James, the
You have a
fucking
job,
musician. You know,
have
like people
a
know me.
persona.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People come to my shows. They appreciate what I do. They value me. They, you know, some of them even think I'm cool, right? So it's like
They give you money.
that too, which is
You know how
always
many
great.
times I've
You
gone
know?
to bars in Philadelphia and they pay me nothing.
Yep, exactly.
They're like, "Oh,
Bastards.
you'll get exposure," and I'm like, "Fuck
You get exposure. Fuck exposure. Stick that shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't put milk in my fridge, man. I need milk.
Yeah, and bringing all this keyboard stuff there,
Mhm.
and then my keyboard needs phantom power. They never have that,
Actually,
so they've just got to turn it all the way up, and the
let's
sound's gonna
let
be terrible.
let's get into the money thing because this is really controversial, and I love controversial. So
Oh God.
th- there's ideas on both sides of the coin, right? So on the one side, it's like, oh, it's all about money for you guys. Like you only care about money. But on the other side, there's this real sense that this is actually work. Like I don't know if you guys have seen me like after a show, but I'm sweating, like I'm exhausted. Like if I've done 3 shows a day, like I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to sit and just be quiet. You know, it takes it out of you, right? And so, in a real sense, it's like, no, it's not all about money.
How many
We
shows have you done for Relay for Life? Like
yeah.
a shit
Yeah.
ton, right? For
It,
free. We're
it,
not getting paid for that.
it's not about money, but on a real sense, on a real world rubber hits the road level, I do actually need milk.
Mm-hmm.
And I have got things, I do need to do. And so it's like, yeah, I'm not going to do a tip only show. And I remember when I first started and people were like, you should do tip only shows. I'm like, I'm not going to do tip only shows. And they were like, it's like, look, if I'm not worth the 13, 12 US dollars I charge for an hour, then I should fucking quit. Like, legitimately. If I'm not, listen, that's what
And
McDonald's,
then Linda Labs is going to take some of those dollars
yeah,
too.
a McDonald's
Yeah.
maker makes more than I do an hour. Think about that. And I'm playing like music, and it takes a lot out of me. And so I think it's like I'm completely justified in charging a fee. Yeah, like 100%. I don't feel bad about that at all, you know?
I don't feel bad about it either because the venues are coming to me
Yeah.
asking for me to do the service. If I were going to them and saying, "Oh, please let me play and also pay me this exorbitant amount that I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
charge,"
yeah,
that's different. Actually, I want a show for St. Patty's, right? So I've gone to a few venues and I've said, since I'm asking you, I'm willing to play for free.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now those venues have some pride, so they're like, no, we're going to pay you something. We would not have you play for free, which is very kind of them because they have some morals too. But if you want a person to spend time creating a set list and perform just for you for an hour, that costs money. That's a
Yeah,
service that
yeah,
you are asking for.
yeah.
You know,
I,
I did play quite a few tips only venues at the beginning
yeah.
of my run. I also haven't raised my rate in like 7 years
Wait, what's your rate?
because it's 5K.
Well, that's pretty standard. That's industry standard. Yeah,
I know. I don't like to
pretty.
tell people that it's 5K.
Why not? Why not? What is that
I
in?
don't.
What is that in you psychologically that balks when you have to answer that question?
I
Like,
don't know because it's right on my stage. People can click the information and it says it's 5K. But if I'm playing for somebody's wedding, it's going to be 10K.
yeah,
Or if
what?
they're going to
That's
be
private. Yeah,
really rude to my manager, then I'll say I'll play your venue again for 8K
yeah,
if you want to be rude to
yeah,
Derek.
yeah,
Or if they are like my best friend and they've had me at their venue for the past 10 years,
yeah,
then 3 or 4K,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So
I think it's pretty standard. What I've certain fans of mine, they won't come when they're broke, and the thing for them that they've told me before is like they feel bad not tipping, so they kind of avoid the show when they've got no money. And I explain to them, actually, it's actually more important to be there than it is to tip. And here's why. If you're there at the shows, it sends a message to the venue owners that this
yeah,
person can bring people in. This person has a pull. And,
the
and
people want to be here
yes,
for this.
yeah, and so the fans being at the show always is more important. And the way I look at it is tips are great, but it's far more important to have you enjoying the music. The venue owners pay me. They pay me my rate to turn up. And if I make tips on top of that, great, awesome. But they've paid me, and so your tips are a generosity they're
I
a
feel like you're reading
blessing.
my comment. This is exactly
Yeah.
what I said to
Yeah.
someone who posted that on Facebook like
Really?
last week.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I said exactly what you're
Yeah.
saying right now.
Yeah. So you spoke
That
with logic and reason, and it made sense. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was interesting because the other comments were like, "Oh, we want you here anyway," or if you have one Linda. It was but everything you've
Yeah.
said is exactly what I
Yeah.
said in my comment, that your attendance matters more. The venue is paying
Yes.
me.
Yep.
And if you want to come, you should
Yeah.
definitely come.
Well, someone
I
asked
have
me.
some fans that'll send me like one linden to let me know
Excuse
that
me.
they're there. And I think that's uh-oh, I've
Yeah.
killed you. I've killed another man.
Oh,
Are you
me.
okay?
I just had a cough. I just.
Oh, okay, all right.
I smoke 900 durries a day. It's my own fault. It's self-inflicted. It's really. But someone asked me. Someone asked me this morning. A friend of mine asked me this morning, "What is your goal? What is your dream in SL?" Right? And my answer, funnily enough, had nothing to do with money. And I instinctually answered the question. I was like, I want to play 2 shows every day with an average attendance of 55 people. That's what I said, right? Had nothing to do with money. But notice that I wanted regular shows, and the focus for me was the people being there. It's like I want
Yeah.
55 on average there, you know? So to me, it's like, yeah, unless it's a private. If it's a private show, I always charge more because it's a guarantee that none of my fans will be there. And so I'm going to lose money on this show.
What if it's a private show for one of your fans that comes to all your shows?
I do a lot of them for free. Like, for example, if such and such is having a birthday and
Yeah.
she's been coming to every second show for the last year, I'm
And it doesn't matter whether she's been tipping, right?
nah, I'm doing
Just
that show for free.
you've
Yeah,
just
for
seen
sure.
your name.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have fans like that come to almost every show, and yeah, I'd do anything if they asked me to. Like, I'd write them a song, you know? I don't need 20 of you asking me to write you a song right now.
I'm gonna have to start coming to your shows more regularly so I can cash in all these
Nah,
fan
yeah,
songs.
nah. Well, you gotta stick around for a while. It's only for the
I need
special
some-
fans.
I don't think anybody's
Yeah.
ever written a song for me.
Really? No, you never dated another musician. You never.
I didn't say that.
So wait, you dated musicians and they never wrote you a song?
No.
Wow. That's
Well,
a bit
no.
shit.
Here's the thing. I dated a trumpet player.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Write a trumpet
Ah,
with bugle?
no one
sonnet?
wants
Yeah.
a sonnet from the trumpet player. No one wants that. Let's be honest. That's
No.
no. I wrote you a sonnet. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. No, every girl I've ever dated has a song. It's like a token thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you date a rich guy, you get like gold earrings. When you date me, you get a song. It's kind of like the thing.
Every guy
you know?
I've dated has a song. Some of them are real angry songs, like you don't
Yeah.
want the song. Like some of them are not good.
Yep, true.
I recently wrote one for an ex-boyfriend from high school called "If You
Wow.
Believe in Hell."
Recently, you don't hold a grudge at all. She doesn't hold a grudge at all.
Well, we had our high school
Guy was
reunion.
16. Guy's just a kid.
That's what I was saying. We had our 25-year reunion.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and well, I don't want to say much. This is going to be public
Yes.
public
We don't want to out him.
information.
We don't want to out him.
No, but I made good choices.
Yeah.
In life
Okay.
to leave. Yeah.
Okay.
I hate to say that. I hate to say it.
Wow.
Part of me
Wow.
love him
So
and-
what she's saying is it
but-
didn't work out well for him. Is what she's kind of alluding to.
I'm saying
wow.
that no thanks.
Oh wow. She got the ick. She's got the ick, everybody. That's funny.
I don't want to sound pompous
funny.
or anything, but well, I mean,
Same thing happened to me not long ago. I stumbled across a lady, who I lost my virginity to. Yes,
Oh.
yes.
now everybody knows you're not a virgin anymore.
Exactly. It's out of
They're
the
all
bag.
gonna know.
Damn it. All right, but this chick. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but like, she'd really let herself go. Like, it was not great.
Oh
Like,
no.
it was like, well, I was like 12, right? And she was like 13, so we were just kids, you know.
Oh my
but
goodness! Wow,
it was a very long time ago, but
That's
yeah,
some trauma, actually.
yeah, really.
Sounds like
When did
trauma.
okay? Let's get personal. When did you lose your virginity?
Oh no! Oh,
We're
it
not
was
going to go
last
there.
week
This is one of those
sometime.
inappropriate questions.
It
I'm
was
not.
last Tuesday. I was like, I guess it's time,
Yep.
honey. Our
Yep.
daughter's 14 now.
Wait, so so that's cool. You got kids. I got kids. I got a
I've
16-year-old
got one.
son. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, isn't
I
this a
thought.
great fun
Okay.
age?
Offensive. This is probably going to be so rude and offensive. I actually thought
Can't
you were a
wait.
lesbian.
Oh shit!
I did. I did.
Real? Was it the jokes, like the songs and the jokes and stuff?
Yes, well, it's actually because I've never actually thought about it, because who the fuck sits around thinking about someone else's sexuality? But when I knew you were coming on the podcast, I was looking at your Facebook, same as I'm looking at Reverb. I'm trying to just think of who is this person, what can we talk about? And I kept seeing pictures of you with this chick, this one chick. And I was like, oh, that
Probably
must
my
be...
best friend Ariel.
I thought it was
And
your
there's
girlfriend.
no pictures of me with guys because my husband doesn't want to be on
Exactly,
Facebook.
exactly. I thought it was your girlfriend.
Oh,
I'm
I
thinking
wish she
she's in...
was. She's so
Every
pretty.
picture is with this girl. They must be a
I wish I was
couple.
gay. I wish I would get some help with the housework.
Yeah.
I could be the girly one. I could be the bottom.
Wow.
I was 15 in the woods after band.
Wow, in the
practice.
woods? That's not healthy.
I was a farm girl. I grew up on a farm, so
On the sticks? Like that's
no, he like laid down his hoodie
ah.
and then we didn't
He
understand what we were
laid,
doing.
ladies and gentlemen, he laid down his hoodie. Well, that makes
He
it.
just he just put it in and then I bled and we thought there was something wrong with me. Like we thought I was broken. We didn't really figure out for several months how to actually accomplish the feat.
Anyway, that's disturbing. That's how. Is that how
I'm
you
sorry.
Texas girls do it? Is that how those country girls?
I grew up in Indiana, and yes, it is.
Seems unsanitary.
I wasn't in a farm around animals. It was,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I was at a
the
sleepover
woods.
at a friend's place. I was sleeping over at my mate's house, and he had an older sister. Older sisters, man.
13-year-old
Older
old
sisters, yeah.
sister. That's not a lot older.
No, she was a year older. Yeah.
Not old enough. Not old enough.
What? It's not that young. I mean, back in those days, you know,
When were those days?
like
Were
90s,
these?
like early 90s. I don't remember. I'm bad with math. Early 90s, I
Okay.
think. Wait,
I was born in 81.
I was born in 87. I think it might have been
Okay.
like 2002.
So you're like truly a millennial. I'm an elder
yeah.
millennial.
Yeah.
I'm so like.
Yep.
I think it's hilarious that you thought I was a lesbian. How long during this conversation?
No,
that you
so
thought lesbian?
yeah. So it was this morning when I was looking at your Facebook, and like I said, I kept seeing a picture of just you with this one girl, and I was like, oh well, that must be her wife, you know?
I do have a lot of songs making fun of penises,
Mm-hmm.
but not in like a sexy. I want that way.
Yeah, okay. Tell me about you tell me if I'm not allowed to talk about him, but I'd like to know more about your husband. Like what's he like?
I would
Like,
also like to know more about him, but
You'd
he
like
is
to-
a very close book.
he's very close. He's a man's man. So he doesn't
He's got a penis. I'm not a lesbian.
right, so yep, just confirming that.
He's not manly.
Right.
He's a software developer.
Oh wow, he's smart. Yeah, okay.
He is.
He's
He
a
is
dev.
smart.
He's like a god to me. He's one of the gods. One of the
I
Olympians. Yeah, I'm a video gamer. I've been playing games my whole damn life. Yeah.
He's not a video game developer.
No, not.
He is not allowed to tell me about the things he does because it's like
Oh,
U.S. government
guys.
type stuff.
He works for one of
I don't
those
even-
shadow
I don't
places. Ooh.
No. I have no
He
idea.
doesn't. He works a normal job at the supermarket. Wow.
His last employer was Lockheed Martin, but he's employed by a different company. now.
Lockheed Martin, are you kidding? That's amazing. Wow, good for
it?
him.
I-
Yes, Lockheed Martin. Yeah.
I don't know anything. I'm just a lesbian from the Midwest.
If you're a software developer and you work for Lockheed Martin, that means you've succeeded in life.
It means your
Yes.
wife can pretend to have a job online.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Things are coming together. All the pieces are starting to fit, right?
Do you think being a famous musician in SL is like being a member of the Lollipop Guild? Do you think it's make believe, or do you think even though we do what we do in a virtual forum that it's real?
I think it's real because the people are real. They're not NPCs.
Yep.
They are scattered across the globe, so it's not like your fan base is all in one place.
Mm-hmm.
And also, they have the very unique aspect of most of them don't want you to know who they are in real life.
Sometimes, yeah. Yep.
But they are real
Yep.
people. So I do think that it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. I think so too. I think.
I think I try not to get caught up in the delusion that I think I'm super famous or something. That's not what's happening here. But I do have a group of people who come to my shows regularly, which is better than what I could get in real life.
I think you're wrong about that, because here's the thing: like when you think about a clothing brand in SL or something you like in SL, and you think about the creator is well known to people. The creator is like the Louis Vuitton of our world, like their name, their brand recognition. Like, I'm not trying to be arrogant here. I'm stating literal facts. There are rooms in SL with people in it that I've never been into where everybody knows my name. That's a reality. That's just a reality.
Show up and they know who you are.
Exactly. So it's like, even though we're not famous real world, in a real sense, in SL, we're a part of the Hollywood. We're a part of like this kind of
Celebrity.
Yeah, I guess not as big as the creators of the Legacy Body. Like, we're not like really well known. Like, we're well known in a subculture of SL. Like, there are people in SL who don't even know live music exists in there. And they have no idea who Sarah is. They have no idea who Sam is, right? So we're well known in a subculture of the grid, you know? But some people are well known like across the grid, like straight up, you know? But I know well-known wrestlers that you would consider famous in SL, like well-known designers and creators and well-known coders and well-known landscapers. And it's like, oh, you need your land done, you should get a hold of such and such. They're the person to get a hold of, you know?
I know the clothing designers.
Yeah.
Like, those are famous people in my realm of Second Life.
So I was going to ask you, how do you get the outfits made? Do you?
Oh my God. It's such a process. Sometimes, like, I found this shirt at the thrift store.
Right. So sometimes
I'll
it's
go
SL
and-
first and then real life.
Sometimes it's real life first, and then I'll find something in Second Life. I'm like, oh, I have something like that.
Right.
It's actually easier that way because I don't want to buy a bunch of clothes in real life. That can get very expensive.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes I have like a skirt with a pattern, and Melia Mako, she's a
Shout out, Melly.
celebrity. Yeah, she makes these items that are full perm mesh. So
Wow.
I'll buy that, and I will do the pattern on it. I'll do the texture of
Yeah,
items.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hardest part is actually the hair. And you can see my real hair. I tried to curl it to be kind of similar to Sara Marie's,
Yeah.
and it's not doing it. It's
Yeah,
not as
it's
long on the
stubborn.
It wants well, here's the thing. I thought I was going to wear a different hair.
Okay.
But then I put it on at home and you could see the top of my head. Something was off with it. So I put this one on instead.
Okay.
I spend more time on the hair than the clothes.
Yeah, that's what always struck me as strange with why you do it. It's like, it seems like a lot of effort. Like,
It is. It's insane. I don't know why I'm doing this.
yeah, it seems like she must do it because she enjoys it. It must be just part of like why she loves to do it. Like, she must just really love doing it because, like, lots of musicians. In fact, you're the only one that does it. Other musicians don't do it.
The only crazy person.
Yeah, we're fine not doing it. It doesn't seem to help in any tangible way, like most of our gimmicks do. They don't really seem to help, but they make us us. Like, they make us who we are, you know? I think.
Maybe it'll draw more women into my group.
Maybe. Yeah, true.
I
I never
have a
thought of that.
lot of
Maybe.
men between 35 and 55.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe some, I don't know. I really
Oh,
don't know.
that brings us on to another controversial subject. How do you deal? We just spoke about like being an SL famous. I know that's a pretentious term, guys, right? I don't fuck off. What do you want me to do? Like, you heard my points on it, right? But we just spoke about that. But like, being a female in SL, being on the stage, being on the platform, and it's not just a female thing. Guys go through it too, right? Do you find a lot of people sexualize you, hit on you, like inappropriate, like cross
Oh,
lines
I
with
wish I
you?
got more inappropriate messages. I enjoy them so much.
Yeah.
No, really, I do. I
Okay.
know some women are really annoyed by that.
Mm.
I think I'm more upset if their grammar is bad.
Yeah. She's a grammar
No,
one,
I
everybody.
don't get that very often. My character is partnered to my manager, even
Right.
though we've never had any kind of romantic relationship.
Right. And that's
And
to avoid.
when,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because he said we can be partnered just as a business partnership. But I noticed that when we did, do the partnering, we didn't have like a ceremony or anything like that because we're not in love. We're business partners. He's my best friend.
Yeah.
And he's a pet. He's my pet. He's a dragon. He's not
Right.
even a
I've
human.
seen him. I know
Um,
Derek.
yeah, no, bestiality is not my thing, and I'm not a
That's weird,
lesbian.
guys. That's
But
weird.
but I noticed that not that many people like give that kind of attention because Derek's there, which is nice.
Yeah. Okay. It.
Um,
Yeah. I would say the same with me when I put my profile's name in my partner's name in my profile. It did seem to stop a lot of that. And yeah, so it does seem to help. But I think I've spoken to a lot of people, a lot of musicians over the years, and I've heard a lot of stories that of I think it's a nightmare in SL sometimes to walk the line between. I'll paint you a picture. Let's just say you've got someone who's talking to you and they're being a little
I know what you're
flirty.
gonna say. Go on.
They're being
I know.
they're being a little flirty, right? Now you've got choices to make. You could shut that shit down, which you should do if you've got a real life partner,
But
right?
then
If
they
you've got,
won't come to your show anymore. They
there it
won't
is.
put bread in your pocket.
Yes. So then you.
How much did they tip you during the show?
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing, right? So obviously you're not going to flirt back. Obviously, we're not saying that. We're not advocating for you've got a partner, but you should be allowed to flirt if you. I'm not saying that.
No, I've got to be friendly though.
You've got to be
I've gotta
friendly.
thankful.
And so one of the things my partner has really struggled with is she's like, I don't know why you have to put a smiley face and just be polite when they're clearly being, you know, like that. And it's like because I have to be nice to everybody, no matter what. Even if they abuse me, let alone flirt, if they abuse me, I have to be like, thank you so much for coming to my show. I really hope to see you again. You know, because I am trying to sell a product here, you know. And again, not that it's all about money, but it's just you want people at your shows, right? So there's been situations like that where I've just like had to be nice, and it's like, if you're nice though, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I'm letting you guys inside what it's like, right, to deal with some of this stuff, is if you're nice, are you leading them on, right? Which sometimes can happen, and if it doesn't turn into anything, bam, they again stop coming to the shows. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, because if you're nice, you lead them on, they get the wrong idea, see nothing comes of it, stop coming, you shut it down, politely say, look, I'm not interested in that, I have a partner. They get offended, stop coming to your shows. And so some people, it's like they're volatile and they're probably going to stop coming anyway. So, you know, the choice is
Yeah,
yours.
like the fan base that I have right now, it's not the same people that were coming to my shows 10 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
People kind of come and go.
Yep.
And some of them are still on my friends list, or they'll show up occasionally,
Yep.
but they're going to cycle in and out anyway. I've
Yep.
actually had more problems with a few of my female fans
Oh, boy.
who wanted me to be their best friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
You didn't have the time.
I don't have the time
No.
for it. When I
Yeah.
log in, I'm working. I'm doing my playing dress up thing.
Yeah.
And I would try to be really friendly. And then
Yeah.
they said, "Oh, well, your Facebook is there with your real life Facebook.
That
I'll
makes
friend you
sense.
there. And then they start sending me messages in real life on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And I also have a child in real life.
You got
I
a
have
family, you got,
other
yeah.
obligations. Um,
But that's,
and
I
sometimes
get
there
that.
isn't a connect between me and the woman either.
Yeah.
It's different when I meet someone where we have a lot of things in common.
Yeah.
And but there are some people that I just don't really feel that
But,
connection with, or they're not good with the boundaries. Like they want to say
yeah.
right away that they love me.
Oh boy.
And I've been saying I love you at the end of my
Don't
streams, but
don't
not
tell
to
your
one
favorite
person
musician that you love them.
specifically.
Don't.
No, or they've said you are. I have one girl in Second Life who is my sister, but we've been friends for like 10 years, but I have a real sister in real life. I don't want to dishonor my only sister
Yeah.
by calling a bunch of online people my sister.
Yeah.
And but there's one that I do call my sister because she called me that first, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, she's.
Hmm.
But no, it's actually the females for me.
But you
The
you
men are used to rejection.
yeah. Since we were 12 and 13, we guys, we adapt to being rejected our whole life, and so it's perfectly normal for us. But you seem like such a lovable person, and you're so easy to talk to, and you're so fun to be around. I can absolutely see that a lot of girls are going to be like, oh my God, I want to hang out with this person. You know, I have the opposite problem. I'm about to tell you guys something I probably shouldn't say, but I'm going to say it anyway because I have something wrong with me. Um, there's this weird phenomenon that I have where if I get to know someone who comes to my shows, they stop coming. It's
What do
almost
you mean?
it's when they find out who I am, they're like, "Oh, what the fuck, this guy, he's a piece, like he's an idiot."
You
Like
mean
he's
like when they find out who you are underneath everything?
well, sometimes you strike up a conversation with a fan and it turns into hanging out and catching up and I mean every single time I've ever done that, they just stop coming because I feel like I'm such an I must be. I'm trying to look at it logically. Like I must be
Are
such
they
an
men or
unlikable
women? What's the demographic we're talking here?
both, like all across the board. And so the thing is, it's like I must be such an unlikable person that once they like figure out what I am and who I am, they're like, "Fuck this dude," you know.
That's strange.
Which is
I
so.
find you very easy to get along with.
Thank you. Well, this is how it
I
goes.
think
Like,
that you're very easy to get. I don't. I'm not sensing any like. I don't think you're autistic. I
well,
mean,
that's
I'm not
good.
gonna armchair diagnose like weirdness, but I think you're the right kind of weird.
Oh,
You
thanks. I'm
know?
weird. There you go. But
No, no, no,
maybe
not
it's
like
because
that. Like you're the same kind of weird that I am. We have
maybe
a
it's
very
because
similar level of weird.
maybe it's the mystery of who I am. Like this musician, he's on stage and he's singing songs, and maybe when that is taken away, and I'm just, oh, he's just Sam, you know,
Maybe.
some dude. Maybe that kills the thing for them. Maybe they like going to, you know, like Winter and Max and all these people because they like being a part of that artist fan
Mystery.
thing, you know? Yeah.
I don't know. I have a circle of friends: Ram, Wendy, Chris, Derek, and me.
Shout out to all
Right?
those guys.
And those people are my best friends in Second Life. Derek and Chris live with me.
Yep.
And Wendy and Ram are just like best friends. We get together and do games and things, and we talk and we curse and we laugh. And they come to my shows. Like
Yep.
they always come to my shows. That said, I was spending a lot of time with Lexi Siros. Like I would have considered like her my best friend in Second Life, but she got busy in real life. So we were spending a lot of time and then not because real life got
Yeah.
busy. So it wasn't about me. So is it possible that these people are they just not online as much? Maybe they're
Yep.
getting busy or
Yep. Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
so.
think you're unlikable. Believe me, if you're an asshole, I would just say, oh, have you tried not being an asshole? But you're not. You're
Maybe hold it up like a
easy.
medication. Have you tried this? Consult your pharmacist. No, I have been an arsehole though. I have been, you know, life is growth, right? And I remember speaking to one dude the other day that I offended a long time ago back in the day. Said some shit that I shouldn't have said. And it's amazing, you know, we've all been arseholes at some point, but we
Are
all...
you an asshole or are you honest?
No, I was an arsehole then. I was mean and out of line, and I said some things I shouldn't have said. But I feel like we all grow, right? We all, like, even if you are an arsehole right now, it doesn't mean that there isn't a version of you in 2-3 years that has grown out of that, has figured out how to interact better with people. I really do think people can change, you know. I feel like I'm living proof, really, that people can change. You know, I really do. Yeah. You don't think so?
I think people can change it to an extent. Like fundamentally, at my core, I'm s- I've developed and learned and grown in wisdom, but at my
Yes,
core,
that's it,
I'm
wisdom.
the same Sarah that I was as a
Yep.
child.
Yep.
Like my fundamental values are the same. I've changed religions, I've changed places where I live,
Ooh,
and
what religion are you?
still
What do you believe in?
I grew up very religious, interdenominational Christian.
But keep going. We'll
Now
come back
I
to it. We'll come back to the religious quote. I
now
want
I
to know.
am atheist
Oh,
agnostic, but my girlfriend you keep seeing me with, who is not my lesbian lover,
not.
she's a pagan Celtic
Oh, she's
believer.
pagan. Cool. That's cool.
She
Yeah.
is. And so I've been kind of accepting that faith and entertaining the idea that there may be some truth to that, or
Mm-hmm.
at least some value to experiencing some kind of religion. But
Yeah.
at this moment I am, you can be agnostic and atheist at the same
Oh,
time. You can
absolutely.
say
You
I don't
can. I
believe in
think. Yeah.
anything, but I could be changed. And
Yeah.
yet, even though I have changed so much, at my core, I have the same value systems. I get hurt by the same things,
Yep.
kind of.
Yep.
I I hopefully future Sarah is much smarter than current Sarah
Yeah. No,
is,
she
and
won't
is
be.
able to overcome more. But
Yeah.
I do think we can grow and change. I think we can get better at understanding other people
Mm.
and be more empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
I think at our core, if you're truly like someone that just hurts other people, it's very hard to change that.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of it is learned behavior, environment, conditioning, and just like there's some definite genetics in there with character traits. I think some of the negative stuff with who we are is genetic, but I think it can be overcome with psychological help, like external input to help us. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't think I was a very kind person for a long time, and I think it's because there's these things called mirror neurons in the brain that are the source of compassion, and you probably know about that being as smart as you are. But I don't think I have as many. And so I find it hard to relate to people, and I think it's a mixture of the mirror neurons and autism. And so I don't get people's pain, and I don't really get people, I don't really see them as another. I have the inability to put myself in their shoes and empathize, right? So, so sometimes, like, I've been really mean to people in the past, not realizing the hearts, especially women. You know, here's the thing. I broke a lot of hearts when I was younger because I didn't care about their hearts. And now that I'm older, I profoundly regret that, because now that I'm older, I realize that that was somebody's baby that their mothers held in their arms and they were rocked and shushed. And, you know, that was a human being that I so trampled on, you know, in my need to see boobs, you know? And so, like, I feel like the me now is a wiser, more compassionate version of the younger me. You know what I mean? And the younger me, honestly, he was a piece of shit. And the thing is, he wasn't a great person. But I think I've learned not to be like that anymore, you know? Like one
I
thing
don't think you're, I mean, maybe you have autism, but I don't see it as the type of autism that
no.
causes social problems.
Well, the thing is
It is a spectrum,
it is a
but
spectrum, but also, like, what you're seeing is like uh, a forced version of myself. Some people would call it masking, but I don't call it masking. I call it learning. Part of what it means to be
adapting
human,
for
yeah,
situations.
exactly.
Yeah.
Part of what it means to be human is to fit into the group, and it doesn't matter what your excuse is. You can't just not fit into the group. That won't end well. So you have to learn. Now, it's harder for me to look at your eyes. It's more painful for me to look at your eyes, but I do it because it's required to fit into the human group, right? So,
Mm.
so that to me is, it's like a heavy form of masking. But like, if you lived with me for like a couple of weeks, you'd be like, oh, you're fucking autistic, dude. Like what is, you know? Like, for example, a couple of fun facts. I couldn't leave the house and be around crowds till I was around 10. Couldn't do it, right? I'd just scream every year. My parents had to get me an A4 ream of paper and a packet of Derwent texters. If they didn't, I'd scream, you know. Couldn't go to primary school, couldn't go to middle school.
Oh, were you homeschooled?
I was
in primary
homeschooled.
school?
I had to be. I was like, and so you can't really see the autism, I guess, but
That's so interesting that my first instinct was to say, well, I don't think you have any mental differences like autism, and then you're like, actually I do.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm sorry I really
I
was meant to
assumed you
convey that
knew.
You seem neurotypical.
I
don't know.
assumed you knew and were bringing it
No.
up because of that. Yeah, so I was diagnosed at
No,
like 6 years old. They knew something was wrong with me because I wouldn't talk to anyone or look at anyone, and I'd rock a lot. Like, you know, and they'd be like, something's wrong with this kid, man.
I only
You know?
brought it up because you seem, as an adult, you seem very neurotypical.
Yeah.
But I mean, my degree is in education. I'm used to seeing children
Yep.
with autism, which is totally different.
It is. My partner works with autistic kids. They are demons. Like, I don't know. And listen, you might think I'm a bad guy for saying that, but listen, I'm sorry if this. I'm sorry to. I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but I hope she doesn't mind me getting too personal about her life. But she came home from work today crying, right? So she's in tears. She's been stabbed, kicked, and bitten, and
I believe it.
yeah. So, bad day, you know. It's like working with autistic kids. I mean, shout out to all those people out there that are working as behavioral therapists with autistic children. They are heroes, you know.
It is
Yep.
a lot of. It is a lot of work.
Yep.
When I was teaching elementary school, during the music class, all of the paraprofessionals that would help students with special
Yep.
needs would go on break. So I would be there alone with all the students and all of our students with special needs,
Yep.
which is a interesting time when they're in
Yep.
the younger years.
Yeah.
It's not always great. Yeah,
Mhm.
I have been the subject of many bad things have happened to me. I've got some teaching PTSD for sure.
Well,
That
I
said,
didn't think I was. I didn't think I was weird. I thought I was normal.
I actually think that you're functioning at a high level.
Yeah. Now. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I have trouble looking into people's eyes for very long either. Like I just see it as almost combative, or it just seems like, oh, they're gonna notice that I'm looking at their eyes and they're gonna think that I'm doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
It's too deep.
Yeah.
It's like they're gonna see me look in their eyes and they're not gonna think that I'm trying to connect. They're gonna think that she's thinking she's supposed to be looking at the eyes, because
Yeah.
that is what I'm thinking. So then I look to the side to think, and then I'm like, which side is it for lying? Because I don't want them to think I'm lying.
I can't think while I look at their eyes. I can look at their eyes while talking, but if they ask me a question like, you know, have you thought about string theory or some shit, I'll have to look away because I can't process information in a deep way if I'm looking at your eyes, because the information from the face is too much. So I need to look away and be like, you know, I've heard a couple of people talk about it and this is my opinions on it, you know? But it has to be something like, if it's, you know, what do you think about Roman architecture? You know, if it's a question like that, I have to look away, you know, if it requires some kind of substantial answer, you know?
Some thought to it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you don't read music now.
Nah. Actually, music isn't, because you'd think he's got autism, he plays music, music's his autistic thing. It's not. Music is not my autistic thing at all. History
You have
is.
an autistic
Yes.
thing? Oh, history.
Yes. History,
Okay.
man. Like, I could rant about the late Bronze Age. Like, I'm just obsessed with history. The, you know, for example, some fun facts for you guys. The Native American Indians are Asian. Their ancestors were Mongolian. And even further back than that, they're Chinese. And so, and you can kind of see that too. It's kind of like what the American climate does to the bone structure and skin of a human being when you take a Chinese person and you transition that to an American Indian, you kind of see the same thing happening with white people, English people that leave England, move to America, and they get this Americanized features. It's kind of like the same
Yeah.
thing that happened, and you kind of see that, and we track these through genetics, we track these through archaeology and various different things. But yeah, so I love that kind of stuff. I love the story of us, where we come from, why are we here, the people groups that left Africa, what is where do these cultures come
Is
from?
that why you wanted to know about my husband?
No, I'm just genuinely. I started this
He is
podcast.
from Africa.
Really,
He,
that's cool.
yeah.
What part?
When I
It's a very diverse.
Niger.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, yeah,
the English place right next to near Nigeria. Well,
yeah, yeah. Nigeria.
Nigeria is the English one. Niger is the one that was settled by the French.
Yeah.
Um, when I met him, he didn't know how to drive.
Right.
So I
Yeah, yeah.
taught him how to drive. He had a school visa. He does have his citizenship now, but
Cool.
it is very expensive
Yeah.
and hard to get your citizenship. So when
Yes.
people are saying, "Oh, they should go the legal way," your husband did it, and I'm like, he was able to do it because we spent a lot of money
Yes.
for him to get his citizenship. We
Takes
were
a lot of
married
effort.
for like 7 years before we were even able. It wasn't like marry a white girl and get your citizenship. It's not like that.
Yeah. No, not at all.
And he still had to take the test. It was a lot of money. Not to get political. My thing, I don't think I have autism. I've taken the online tests multiple times. It says that I do
Yeah.
not. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was at
That I
ISU
can see. I can
by
see
the-
that. I can
by the
absolutely
nurse
see
there.
that. Yeah.
And at the time I said I don't have ADHD. First off, this is 2002. That does not exist yet. And so
For
that's just
sure.
my personality. It wasn't until I started having trouble.
Yeah.
I even when I was younger, I had trouble keeping on task with things. I didn't do as well in school as I probably could have.
Mm-hmm.
But I had trouble with like basic housekeeping and like staying on top of things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my thing that I obsess about is nutrition.
Yes.
It's post bariatric nutrition, but also like the nutrition of America and how all of these obesogens are in the foods. We're putting all of these additives in the foods, and what we've found within the past like 3 years is that many of those things, including MSG, which we're like, oh, it doesn't cause any harm. What the harm it causes is it makes you overeat those foods.
Yes.
And a lot of these artificial sweeteners like erythritol cause heart attack and stroke, but what they also cause is an overeating of those foods.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably at the root of also the non-organic foods that are grown with Roundup have a lot of glyphosates in them, and those glyphosates are an obesogen and they make you overeat your food.
Yeah.
So there's like so many things when you go to the grocery store, you think you're getting something really healthy by buying cruciferous vegetables that are just full of glyphosate. Grapes are the worst.
Yeah.
Grapes are the absolute worst because they soak up the most of these pesticides and they make you overeat. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
amazing.
my thing. But you taught me something about the Native Americans being formerly Chinese.
Well,
I can see
not
that.
not
totally.
really Chinese. More like a predecessor to what Chinese is. More like because they left
Where China is geographically. Like
an average Chinese man and an average Native American Indian have a similar ancestor in the distant past. Yeah, but that's really fascinating about health. I'm the way I see it is, I'm gonna have a heart attack at 50 and die like my father and his father before him.
50.
Yeah, this is the way. Like I'm gonna drink Coke, I'm gonna eat burgers, and I'm just gonna keel over and die in the kitchen one day.
I hope that's not true.
Well,
I don't think so. I think that even though you're smoking, you still look fairly trim. And
yeah, well, that's metabolism, you know.
Do you
like
get your blood work done? Do you have health insurance?
I've never been to a doctor. Not going to a doctor. We don't need a doctor for. If I die, I die. It's the way it is. All right.
Oh shit.
But to me, my father used to say you can't fatten a thoroughbred. That's what he used to say all the time. You know, I think.
What?
He used to say you can't fatten a thoroughbred. You can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Stupid, but yeah, basically we've all got like good metabolisms, I guess. Like, my whole family's
What's
pretty.
your ancestry? You look Irish.
Excuse me. Yes,
You look,
Irish.
yeah.
Yes. Although you guys aren't gonna fucking believe me, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Check this out. My grandmother's grandmother was a Ming Dynasty princess. She met an Englishman stationed in China at the end of the Ming Dynasty before the Boxer Rebellion, and they fell in love and she ran away. So in my blood is the blood of Jade Kings. Just want to say that.
Oh.
Yeah. A little bit.
That's cool.
Not heaps of I'm not like full blood.
But there's
you know.
some, yeah.
I got
cool.
I got a grandmother's grandmother who has emperor blood in her system,
Wow.
which is cool. A little bit of Fijian too. I think I had like a nan that fooled around with some Fijian because I have an unholy afro that's Polynesian, Melanesian. Like
Really?
I don't have a Jew fro. No. I don't have some kind of cute Irish fro. No. I have like a Melanesian Islander afro. Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
What
It's
a fun
intense.
time.
Yeah, so we don't know, but we think one of the nans probably,
I mean,
yeah. Plus my nans.
have you done your DNA test?
My mum's got a really big, wide, flat Polynesian nose. Clearly
Oh.
Polynesian, if I've ever seen a Polynesian nose. So we think that a nan had a partner that was probably Fijian, if we had to guess.
Did you do your ancestry test?
Nah,
to
I never
see-
done any of that stuff. That's witchcraft. I don't mess with that stuff.
No, I had my dad
Sciences.
do the ancestry test,
Yeah?
and I sent it to him on Father's Day, and he called
Yep.
me up and he said, "You're obviously my daughter. You look just like me." I'm like, "It's not a paternity
It's not a
test." Dad."
paternity test. It's not. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, what
That
did you
is
find
an
out?
indicator of the kind of stock I came from.
Yeah. You
kind
look.
of dumb.
If I had to guess, I'd guess German and Scandinavian.
Actually, I'm Scots-Irish like you.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
look just like my Uncle Bill,
Yeah.
except younger, which is why
Yeah.
I would guess Irish. You have the same.
Yeah. We keep good
same kind of
records.
facial
My family came here as landowners, not convicts, so we have pretty good records where we come from. I can
We
tr-
were convicts.
Yeah. I can track
Archie
my
Valentine,
ancestors.
murderer.
I can track my ancestors back to 16th century in Limerick, Ireland.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And without the ancestry testing,
It's hard to be proud of your Celtic heritage because of the whole Hitler thing. That Muppet ruined it for the rest of us, It's like,
yeah.
we can't be too happy that we're Celtic, So it's got to have a little bit of healthy shame in there, I talk to some right-wing friends of mine sometimes, and they hate that, right? They're always hating on that, and I try to explain to them, like, you have to understand, like, we're orcs, and we sided with the Dark Lord, there's a real sense to that, It's like, look, I know that you've done nothing wrong personally, but we have a long history of like crushing the weak beneath our boot, So maybe a little bit of humility. Yeah, it's a little bit of
Also,
humility.
yeah, and the humility is really verbal. It's not like permeating us and making us permanently depressed. Or
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
really. Me having a bit of shame about our history is
Yeah.
not changing my lifestyle in
Yeah.
the least. I'm still living a nice life, and it's fine.
Exactly.
I can
Exactly.
admit that my ancestors did some really bad
Yeah,
stuff.
you know what?
And also go
Yeah.
out and have a nice dinner and have a nice life, and that's fine.
You know what blows my mind? Like, this is something I struggle to understand, right? And listen, guys, I know this is supposed to be about music, but this is just a conversation, right? So we're just talking, right?
Well,
So-
I hope you take this recording and cut some parts out.
Nah, no way, not a damn chance. So here's the logical conundrum I sit with. My great grandfather was a racist. Now I don't know that for a fact, but come on, he's my great grandfather. He's a racist.
My great grandmother had slaves
We can probably
in Missouri.
you can probably make a sure bet that it's true, right? But anyway, so my great grandfather was a racist. Put that there. My great grandfather was a loving husband who loved his kids and attended church faithfully every week. What do I do with that? How do I put those juxtapositions together? Because on the one hand, my great-grandfather was a racist. And on the other hand, he was a good man.
What did he
And
do with his racism? I think
well, I
that's
don't
the
know. I
question.
don't know his story. I'm just using him like as a hypothetical, you know. Like I don't know, but it's like, what do we do? Because we live in a culture where we've had the privilege to develop morals that have lifted a lot of us out of the stigma of the past. Let's just say, right? Like, and so we think very differently, and it's hard sometimes when we look back at the past and we see people we admire. But we also have this real sense that those people we admire, if they live today, none of us would talk to them, right? Like
Yeah, this is
they would
true.
be problematic. And I'm not saying that to be left wing. I'm saying that like even a right wing person would avoid that person.
Yeah, because they're just too
They're
far.
too
Like they're
far. They're
hanging
like
people in their yard.
yeah, it's well, not just the racism thing, but just their whole idea of how society is and how to treat women and what it means to be a parent and all, like just every facet of how they thought was so different to how we think now that they would be like a bad person. We would all ostracize that person from society. And yet many of us, and I'm not talking about the ones that are obviously bad like Hitler, right? And Stalin. I'm talking about like
Just regular
Churchill. I'm
people.
talking about like J. Edgar Hoover. I'm talking about people that we respect in the past. These people that we think nothing's wrong with, if we knew them today, you'd be like, oh,
But
you know, oh, bro,
if
that's
you
not good.
read some old books, right, like Alan Watts, and
Yeah.
there are people from their generation who believed like we do today.
Yeah.
And that's why we have what we have
Yes.
today, is because those people's voices were louder
Yeah.
than the racist bigots of the
Well, I think
past.
they made more
So
sense,
the
you know?
best thing that separates us is time. Like you don't remember your great great grandfather, you don't know, and you
Yeah.
don't honor him. You don't have his picture up and say this is great
Yeah.
great grandpappy. You forget,
Well, I think you
and that
mentioned
is fine.
you mentioned that you're an atheist before. A lot of people attribute higher moral, lofty thinking to religion, and that's fine. You know, there's lots of good teachings in the Bible. That's great, right? But in a real sense, it was actually science, I think, that did some of the heavy lifting. Um, like scientifically speaking, there is no mental difference between the different races. We know that. We know that there's no real genetic difference that isn't on the superficial level between the
Yeah,
races. And
they
science,
used to believe that people of other races were actually not
well,
human.
they used to believe they were less evolved, more primitive type of human, right? All these kinds of things. But science has now shown us that racism is a redundant. Now, in the distant, because you might say, well, is racism good? And it's like, well, in a real sense, yes, because in the distant, hear me out before you go cancelling me. In the distant past, racism is what kept your ancestors alive. This fear of the other mechanism that goes on in our brains, it actually protected us from famine, disease, and war. And so the reason you're alive today is because an ancestor of yours was racist. That we know, because nothing exists in a vacuum. Nothing just comes out of nowhere. Everything has a purpose at some point, and racism is one of those things. However, in a world of penicillin, right, in a world of interhuman connectivity, where we've already developed immunities to all those diseases, and war is it should be a political democratic thing now, where you fight for a good reason, should be, right? Now it's like racism is redundant, right? It's become this redundant thing that's no longer needed. And so to be a racist today, you have to be uneducated. You have to be how many of you have a computer with like Windows 95? No one,
Or
right?
falsely educated.
Yeah, well, that too.
Falsely
Yeah.
educated to where you like believe that all the crime is done by a certain race of people.
Yeah, because of their color. Like it, these people commit more
Are
crime because naturally those kinds of people are built that way. It's in their genetics, and that's abhorrent and profoundly incorrect. And any person with
And
Google
like you
can
said,
find
the
this out.
science is doing the heavy lifting on
It is.
disproving that.
And
It's not
yeah,
religion that's
yeah.
stepping in
I
and
mean,
saying
religion's great. Religion has moral points,
religion
right?
does have a lot of
That's
moral
good.
points.
We love religion. Nothing wrong with religion. In fact, the smartest guy in the world, he has an IQ of 278. Right, he's from South Korea. He's a devout Christian, right? And I'm sure you've got
Okay.
Muslim rocket scientists, right? Just it doesn't make you dumb if you're religious at all. Like, and morals are found in religion, but I really think it was a science that really showed us that no, this is a new framework for morals. We literally are all the same. We literally are in this together. And also, when the geneticists track our bloodlines, and we work out that every single person, no matter what they look like, comes from the same place, and that I would say is probably modern day Iraq, ish. It's debatable, but now you might say, well, aren't we originally from Africa? I'm getting sidetracked here. None of this is relevant to the podcast.
This is no, you guys.
We're
This is
solving
what it is to
racism.
be a musician.
We're
This is
solving it.
being a musician in Second Life.
Yes.
This is my job right here.
That's right. That's right. And listen, listen, I'm a musician. I know everything, right? So listen to me. I know better. All right. That's how it is.
No. This is it, actually. Give me a microphone and you get an hour of whatever happens. And then
Yes.
they pay for that for like
Yeah.
$12 US.
Yep. That's right. It's a bargain. It's a bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're doing great. It's actually great to have someone to talk with feedback, because
Yeah.
it's very isolating sometimes to
Yeah.
be the only person with the microphone.
Well, I've always wanted to do this. I'm a naturally curious person, so I want to know about people. I want to know their stories. And so I wanted to do this because I kept seeing podcasts show up in SL. And so podcasts were becoming a thing, I guess, but they're all the same. They're all chick ones where there's a couch and there's a pot plant and, Karen's sitting there with Becky and they're talking to Sarah. And I thought we need like a blokey. There needs to be a table, a wood table with no decorations, some crap posters on the wall, and chairs.
Joe Rogan,
Exactly. Look at the setup.
but maybe not quite that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know nothing about UFC, so I don't really know how to
he's
do
like,
that podcast.
I feel like okay. I can't say much about him. But
You could
I'm not a
talk
fan.
shit about whoever.
Not a fan.
Like this is a talk shit free zone. You can absolutely dunk on Joe if you don't like Joe, for sure.
I just feel like he serves the lowest common denominator. Like he is furthering this miseducation of people as far as racism goes.
Yep.
He's furthering this masculine toxicity problem that we have.
It's part of this larger manosphere thing. Louis doing a
Yeah.
documentary on it. Louis Theroux, right? Louis Theroux,
Yeah.
the really famous documentarian. Yeah, he's doing a documentary on the manosphere. Apparently,
I did not know that.
It's going to come out soon, I think. Yeah, he infiltrated the manosphere, but that's what I call it. Like it's this
the
whole
manosphere.
Yeah, it's like this Theo Von, bad friends. It's like they're all like one thing. They're all like pro UFC, pro protein shake. Like they all do their podcasts.
I feel like women have the equivalent of that with like the Kim Kardashian type
Yes.
of world,
Yes.
where
Yep.
it's all about how we look
Yep.
and our most recent plastic surgeries
Yep.
and all of those things. And
Yeah, like I look at
it's easy to get sucked into that too.
What's that guy? What's that guy who's an absolute scumbag? The boxer, the kickboxer, Andrew Tate. So, to me, Andrew Tate is the male version of
Of Kim Kardashian.
No, not Kim. Worse, Paris Hilton. Like
Oh gosh.
just this one-dimensional
Is Paris Hilton still
cartoon.
doing that, though?
I don't know. I'm old, so that's what I remember.
Maybe.
Yeah. But to me, it's like it's just one-dimensional, sort of thing. It's like they're just what we're seeing is a cartoonized version of the worst parts of what we can be. Because here's the thing, and I think like some honesty needs to come out where it's like I can be a bit andrewish sometimes, right? Like I can be, because I'm a guy and I naturally like to break things. Sometimes just in my daily life, I can be a bit macho or a bit toxic. And I think that's all right, as long as it sits in the proper hierarchy of what it means to be you. You know what I mean? Because the same as if you're a woman, you could be superficial, you could be catty, you could be bitchy, you could talk about Becca behind her back, but that doesn't define you. And as long as it stays in the category, like the hierarchy where it belongs, like lower mid tier of who you are, as long as you
Yeah.
don't bring it to the front and center and make your whole persona that thing, because there's beauty in being male, and I think there's beauty in being female, and I think when it becomes toxic is when we crank the volume up and put it in front. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I think anyway. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That we should be well-rounded
Yeah.
people instead of all focused on one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The toxic masculinity bit, I'm hearing a lot from women that these types of men have certain expectations in relationships, and it's usually where they're extremely dominant. The woman is in a situation where she's expected to be submissive and subservient and a virgin and
Roles.
120
Yeah.
pounds and just all of these expectations. And then those men are very mad and angry
Yeah.
when these women are not interested in being with them. They have an odd sense of entitlement.
Yeah. Wow.
And then on the woman's side, there are women that are like, oh, well, I want to stay home and oh, my husband does all the work and I go and do whatever I want to do. And so
And those
there's
girls,
opposite ends of the spectrum. But when I
exactly.
think of the toxic masculinity, I usually see it through the lens of like my girlfriend
Yeah.
whose pictures are on Facebook, and she is single, guys. She's not a lesbian.
She's single, guys.
She does
Don't send her
sometimes tell
pictures.
me.
Don't do it, guys. Keep going.
I mean, if you send her dick pics, she
Don't do
will
it,
show
guys.
me.
Don't do
her.
it, guys.
And let's no
Behave
no no. If they have
yourselves.
like a really small one or a weird one, we want to see it. We want to
No,
see if
that's
it's like super weird.
the
We want to
the
look
Grid
at it.
Life
We
podcast
want to
does
pass it
not
around.
promote sharing of pics of
If
any
you just have a
kind.
normal looking dick, just keep it to yourself.
No,
But if you
no.
got like something wrong with it, show us that. That's
Yeah, but I think
give us the heads up.
I've seen a lot of girls who want. I think here's the thing for me. It's like the role, you have to choose your own roles. If you've chosen a role as a caregiver, you get pleasure and pride from ironing a shirt for your man to go to work in. If that's who you are, that's a role that you've taken onto yourself. It can't be put on you. You've got
I
to.
do some of that as well.
Yeah.
I do some of that too. But life happens, right? And if you actually do want a relationship with one partner, I've been married for 20 years
20
and
years.
you
Wow.
never know what's going to happen. Earlier this year, I had a surgery to remove excess skin because of all the 100 pounds that I lost. And after that surgery, I had a pulmonary embolism, which
Wow.
is a blood clot.
Yeah.
And I also didn't want to go to the hospital, so I waited 4 days. And I was passing out and coming back and passing out. And on the fourth day, he called the ER and said, "Come in." So like five burly guys came and got me and took me to the hospital. My
Wow.
heart rate was over 200, but my oxygen was 50 or less, and
That's
my
insane.
blood pressure was very low. So
That's
they had to
insane.
do the surgery without giving me any anesthetic, or because they said, "We can't knock you out, you'll die."
Oh,
And
man.
they said, "We can give you some loopy meds." And I'm laying there, I'm like, "I'm 100%. Like, where are the loopy meds?" They said, "We can't give you anything. Your oxygen." They said, "What's your middle name?" And I was like, is it Anne? That's my sister's middle name. It's not Anne, it's Marie. Um, so he had to take care of me, like actually take
Wow.
care of me. Like I wasn't ironing shirts, I wasn't washing dishes. I mean, for years and years, I am the caretaker of everything in the house.
Yeah, wow.
I taught him how to
That's
drive.
incredible.
I was working, but he stepped up. He was doing all the laundry,
Well, I'm glad you're
and
okay.
when thank you. But having a near death
Yeah.
experience like that, it changes your perspective on
Yeah.
things, and it's really changed my perspective on relationships as well. People that say, "Oh, I'm looking for this." I'm like, you don't really know what you're looking for until you find it, probably.
I think we have
Like,
to see what our partners lack and call it out of them. Like, I think my partner, for example, my partner is one of those submissive women. She's naturally submissive, wants to be that way, but the thing is, it's actually it's not my job to encourage that. I can enjoy that, but my job is actually to make her not a doormat for other people, which is what happens with
yeah,
people like that. They lay themselves down and they become a victim, which
that's
is not okay.
interesting.
Yeah, I've seen it so many times with people, and so one of the things with her for me is I try to call out of
Is
her,
she like a people pleaser?
yeah, incredible, and just like like
And
terrified of
she's like that in your
conflict.
relationship as well? Like
Yeah,
she is
yeah,
also,
like for
because
example, if
usually,
yeah,
like, I'm very submissive in my relationship,
yeah.
but outside of that, socially, I seem like a very dominant person.
Well, I'm a very persuasive person. I don't really lose verbal arguments, right? I'm pretty good with words. And so sometimes when we're having an argument, which does happen because no one's perfect, my ability to formulate words, my ability to like accurately
Persuade
describe
her.
exactly, right, it can be overbearing to the point of becoming a bully. Now this is advice for anyone out there who is like that, right? You can accidentally become a bully in your own relationship because you're able to articulate in a way the other person can't. And you have to be careful. And so when we're arguing, I have to be careful because I can easily just bully her. Right, and then I win. Congratulations, I'm right. But I'm not really right, though, am I? And some of it is because she, oftentimes, oftentimes it's like she doesn't want to be a bother to anyone. She doesn't want to inconvenience anyone, and so she'll just like be quiet and not say what she's thinking. But it's like getting her to a place where she understands that no, what you think is important and valid, which is a hard concept for a lot of these people who struggle with anxiety, who struggle with like the self-image. It's like you need to, if you have a partner who lacks in an area, even if you have a partner like me, you need to call out the opposite. And we become more rounded people by being with each other. I think that's really the meaning of what a relationship is. I think that's the story of Peter and Wendy, right? Like Peter meets Wendy and it's like, well, he's a child, he doesn't want to grow up, because that's what boys are. They're children and they don't want to grow up. And so what's Wendy? Wendy is the woman calling the man out of the boy.
Raising her
Yeah,
younger
exactly.
sibling.
Well, she's
Yeah.
calling out of him something that he is not, a man. And so what's Peter doing to her? Peter's calling her into childlike play, right? He's calling her back into something she's forgotten. And they're bringing something out of each other that's important, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Your partner should bring the parts of you out that you don't usually,
Yep.
they should help you grow.
Yep. I think so.
Your partner should be part of your character development in the story of life.
Yep. Well, we've been going for nearly 2 hours now. I think we'll
Oh
wrap it up.
gosh,
I know
time for me
it's
to go to
yep.
bed.
Yep. It's been nearly 2 hours, so we'll wrap it up. But I
The
always ask
space
this
isn't going to
question.
beauty sleep itself.
I want to ask the one. I always ask this question at the end. It's the same question every time. Mount Rushmore SL musicians. I want to know, what's your four favorite, four people who you hear and you go, man, that's talent right there. Like these, what's
Oh
your Mount
man, I don't.
Rushmore? You got to answer. You got to tell me, or you just don't know them. You don't listen to much.
There's Joel, the guy who does Red Heaven.
Okay.
I really like him. He's got
Shout
a
out,
lot
Joel.
of personality in his stuff.
Yep.
There's Samuel James, because sometimes he talks really hot during
Yeah.
the show.
It's me.
Maximilian Clean.
Obviously, he's on everyone's Mount Rushmore.
Max is just so ubiquitous with performing in Second Life. And I gotta say, it's the trumpet playing woman that I see her posts every day, and now her name is blanking in my head. Coronet.
Oh yeah.
This is I'll remember as soon as I
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I'm not here. I
Yep.
feel like it's Stephanie, but it's not. But her name begins with an S like mine.
Yep.
Savannah Coronet.
Oh, Savannah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Coronet.
Well, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. We'll have to get you on again sometime. It was fun, just shooting the breeze, talking shit. Hopefully we didn't offend anybody.
What about? I also really like Mary Jest.
You only get 4. You have to take one off the list.
Singer,
You have
Mary Jest. Oh no.
You got to pick someone to axe off the list. You have to out them as an axed person. Like, you can only have 4. Someone's got to go.
Well, I couldn't remember Savannah's
Savannah,
name.
you're gone.
She's a little too pretty anyway.
Yeah, you're gone, Savannah. You've been replaced. All right, cool.
No. I really like Mary Jest. He
Mary Jest is
sings
cool.
like opera songs.
He does. I've heard Mary.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he's a good bloke. All right, thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome anytime. And I'm thinking about changing to a weekly setup, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. At the moment, we're going to stick with the monthly, and I might see yous again in a week. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. All right, bye guys. Bye everybody.